Hello, welcome to this video. Thank you for tuning in and sharing in this now moment with myself and with one another. If you haven't seen these videos before, welcome back if you have. My intention is unity and oneness, the highest levels of love light. I'm not going to be looking at the camera too much because I am driving a little bit. I wanted to go into a little flow. Take out this earpiece. So, let's flow. Anda hak ar et hak ar ur de et en ak ar et star ak ur han aneki arur ahe nini kamo mokone ne sta mokone a tie mo ai tie kiane ste kune wa he ni a mokono wa he dia wa to kune de tiena hake de it's a light language mashup. How many spectrums can we go into? Are we engaging in full spectrum alignment? Are we allowing ourselves to overanalyze? I'm kind of getting that mixed up. I'm hearing, are we allowing ourselves, or are we overanalyzing in spectral analysis? Are we allowing ourselves to broaden our spectrum, our wide band receptivity? Talked about this a lot. Our abilities to play into the full lingual capacity, the full light language capacity, the full light linguistics in linguistic display vocabulary. Are we allowing ourselves to light up the grids that we are connecting into, that we are the performers of? I'm hearing parameters, paraformus, para. I've talked about this before, so I'm being guided to talk about it again and go into it a little bit more detail, perhaps. Are we letting go of all the judgment games that we have been so well versed in rehearsing? So well versed in rehearsing and playing. For as we allow ourselves to let go of the games, allow ourselves to let go of the perceived gains that we receive when we come into a place of hierarchy, we allow ourselves to let go and receive the true archy that we are. Our own key is diversity. Our own key is in our own expression of inner diversity, an inner explanation, play on words, play, nation. Our bodies are our nation, one nation under God, so to speak. Our vocabulary has a linguistical amplitude, amplitude applicable to all that we interact with, should we choose to use our skills, our forceps, if you will, our, that's plant words, like pulling things out. As we open in this form of receptivity, I'm hearing rose receptivity, the centropedial of the rose, the central petals, the center petals, the heart petals. As we allow ourselves to put the pedal to the metal, as we increase our frequency rate, as we increase with the rates that we express with one another, how often, plant words, how we play in our own way, how our vocabularies, lots of play on words, vocabularies, similarities, similar vocabularies interact and play in the constructs that we are creating as we deconstruct that which has already been created, that which we are playing into and from. We allow ourselves to recombine. We allow ourselves to ignite in delight, in a new way of being. A deeper essence, a deeper introspection, if you will. A spectrum, a broader bandwidth, a larger band of playing. I'm hearing instruments, tools, playing games. It's like not all games are bad, but it's time to let go of the old games that have already been had, that have already been expressed in lack, so to speak. For we have already expressed that which is deep, yet we find more depths of our awareness and our realities in which we seek, in which we speak. I'm seeing this as like, let go of the judgments around the light languages that we're hearing and speaking. Let it go. That's an old story. That's an old paradigm. We've all got our own way of communicating and creating. And our intention behind our words is our cube, our vocabulary. We all carry within us genetic traits, if you will. We all have a diversity. We do not need to lay claim to a particular vocabulary or weight of speaking. We are being invited not to let the way we speak weigh down our light. Our light speak, our light tribe, our for we are a blend. We are a blend of many differences. And as we blend our differences, as we lend our ear, so to speak, as we allow ourselves to create a vast network of co-creative frequencies that delight in all of the senses, we let go of the need to cast stones, to put up walls, to put up our defenses, so to speak. For we recognize that we are within all aspects and all things. We allow ourselves to bring into harmony that which has, I'm hearing full springs, silver springs, gold springs, springs forth, springs from us, from up in abundance. We then spill forth into the path of least resistance. We allow ourselves, I'm hearing vive la resistance. We allow ourselves to light up the airwaves We allow ourselves to breathe. We allow ourselves to light up the air. I'm literally I'm hearing particle distribution. And then I'm hearing chamber, like the inner chamber of the heart, and I'm seeing a gun. Like it's like a caliber, it's a higher caliber. It's a silver bullet. And we know that the silver bullet is like, how do you get rid of a werewolf, right? It's a silver bullet. And what I'm being kind of shown is that this is the silver bullet that calms the animal, so to speak, or the deeper calms the senses. For as we fire from our deeper chamber, our deeper revolver, we step out of the revolving doors. We open into a higher caliber of doors, of corridors, of expansion, the doors that are in the core of it. I'm parked, by the way, in case you were wondering. We reflect back to one another the depths of our communication, our soul linguistics, our soul signature language frequency heart calibration. This higher calibration that we are now pulling into the chamber. I'm hearing click, click, click. And I'm hearing clicking your heels together like Dorothy. See, we can use any type of objects, you guys. I'm using a revolver here, a gun, all right? People can look at that as a negative, or we can choose to play with the words a little bit and the terms, right? I'm hearing come to terms with the terms. Let go of the old terms. Let go of the old terminology. Let us open up. Let us open up the chamber, so to speak. Let us let go of that which we have been gripping, holding on to. We do not need to blow the lid off of our chamber, so to speak. We do not have to, I'm hearing, don't pull the trigger before we let others speak. Like, we don't have to just jump the gun. But also we're being invited to pull our own trigger. And this is the trigger of the heart. This is the trigger, I'm hearing trigonomics, trigonometry, trigonometry versus trigonometry. For our higher aesthetics, our higher kia kuana te ana kia hawa te ana hu kue te ane awa ke aha tu te ana ko uwa he tu kena haka una a he ku te na haka uwa he. Let the light shine. Tu kuraha te nea kurahene ti awaha kura te na raha rua te na rukurehe nea raha rukunore na te na rahe toa na kiara. So I'm hearing, let our light shine on our diversity, on our language frequencies. Let us play in this diversity and co-mingle in this new singularity. So I'm seeing it's like we're all a single cell, united in one. Yet we are all individual plasma chambers within this one cell. And we are stepping out of division into the multiplicity, which is to see the multiple variations of we, which is yes in French. Kua waene araha kua wane. Ku. Spin these chambers of the heart. For as you spin, as you recalibrate how great thou art, as you recalibrate to your own frequency of a higher bandwidth, you allow yourselves to let go of the need to hang on to that which is, I'm hearing the hanger-oners. And that kind of puts me into flow about on your honor. Like, what are we honoring as valuable? What are we honoring in our own lives? Are we honoring the true light? I'm hearing the light in our eyes. Like, let this light up. And I'm hearing don't hide behind the shades. Don't hide behind the shades of, I'm hearing gray. So that could go into so many different directions, right? I'm hearing don't be afraid to play with the different shades and variations of color, of frequency. It isn't all about this gray. That is, it's limiting. It makes us think, oh, I'm different because I'm playing with dark gray, and that person over there is light gray, and that person is really light gray. No, it is rainbow. Those are just muted colors. We're being invited to unmute, to stop pushing the mute button, not only on ourselves, but on one another. And this does not mean we come from a place of scattered, I'm hearing scattergories, I'm hearing scattered inefficiency. We do not come from a place of the need to scatter our frequencies in such a way because yelling at other people because we need to speak our truth. What I'm hearing is song, dance, artwork. Let it flow, let it rip. Let her rip. So I'm seeing a skydiver and they're pulling the ripcord, and it's like they're falling out of control. They don't know who to listen to. They don't know what to do. They don't know. They just feel like they have to cling to anything that makes them feel in more control. And I'm hearing, let it rip. You've got a ripcord. Pull it. And then allow yourself to float in that space and see what comes into our reality that allows us to then go, wow, if I hadn't slowed down or if I hadn't been still, I would never have seen that beautiful view or seen, I'm hearing it's like it allows us to take things frame by frame, yet in a quantum frame. Letting go of the name game, the blame game, the shame game. And so it is. Namaste.